girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changed from day to day. Wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, day I'm gonna make her mine. Hi, in this video we're going to look at thinking about a chord progression in a fingerstyle in terms of a bass line, first of all. Now I think guitarists are at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to chords, because although the guitar is a harmonic instrument, it doesn't lend itself to analysing chords visually, at least in the way, for example, a piano keyboard does. It's very natural on a keyboard to experiment with chord voicings and inversions, and with the left hand, the way the bass moves around in a chord. Now with the guitar, most people, when they start off at least, think of chords in terms of shapes that you learn, and they tend to become quite fixed unless you try and break out of that. Now here I want to look at a chord progression in a slightly different way, thinking about the bass line of the progression. Now we're going to use an arrangement I've put together of the shortest song the Beatles ever recorded, which is Her Majesty, which you can hear at the end of the Abbey Road album. You can download the tablature for this in the link below this video. Now first of all, the basic chord structure in the key of C major, we start obviously on the C chord, and it's going to go C, A minor, D7, G, C. Okay, and that's repeated. Then the next part starts on the A minor, E sus4, C7, D minor, G, C, A7, D minor, G, C. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Now you could play the song just like that, but let's think about it in terms of, first of all, a descending bass line beginning on the root note C. Now just playing the bass note, we can go C, B, A, G, F sharp, back up to G, C. So it will go, Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Okay. So it already sounds a bit more interesting because there's a bit more movement going on, and if we play the chords around that, it's Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. What makes it even better if we add an alternating bass with the thumb. So She's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. And there we can even add extra bits like a walk-in bass to the chords. So to get back to the C chord, we go 3rd fret, 6th string, open, 5th, 2nd fret, 5th string, C. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. Then we're on the A. Wanna tell A minor. Wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. And from the F here, the F part, Her Majesty's we play this F sharp diminished. So we got this movement from F to F sharp. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. Someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah. Someday I'm gonna make her mine. So in the first part of the song, the bass is descending. And in the second part, the notes the bass is playing are rising in fourths. So we have A, D, G, C. So we have this bass line. A, D, G, C. And that progression is found throughout popular music. And that's what's known as a perfect cadence as well, when you have the D, G, C, okay, or the chords 2, 5, 1. So my advice, if you want to improve the way you look at harmony on the guitar, is basically learn the piano and play more bass guitar, and it will give you a much better insight into chord progressions and chord voicings and bass lines, leading chords. And one more thing, transpose. Once you've learned something in one key, take the basic idea and try to see how it works out in other keys. So for example, if we take this in the key of C up one step to D, we can play the same line. The same descending walking bass. You don't have to play it in that style. Same chords, same bass line. So experiment with it, see where it takes you, and thanks for listening, and happy playing.